Welcome, Taurus. This is your weekly focus for May the 7th through to the 13th, 2018. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Truly. Now let's turn to the cards. Oh, that was like 5 or 6, so we're not going to count those ones that tried to turn over. We'll turn to the cards and see what the energy is that surrounds us and how to use that energy in a positive light so that we can go forward. And we have the Star card. Oh, we are imagining the unimaginable. We are seeing the impossible and understanding the possibilities of how we can bring things into our life, of how to make things tangible. It is about you. It is about your success. It is about your future forward. We have the Two of Pentacles. So we're doing a lot of juggling acts this week. We could be, we are in full moon energy. So we are seeing where there is balance in our life. It's kind of, it could be me over them kind of energy. What do I want? What does the relationship ask for? What does work ask of me? What does the community ask of me? What does God, my angels, my spirit guides, source, the universe ask of me? And what do I want? And how do I bring those things into balance? So we could be looking at our wants and our needs and our desires and our goals this week, but we are also looking at what is preventing us, what is imbalance in our lives. It's very much when we have this week, next week, all the energy changes for us. All the energy, well, a lot of the energy changes for us. We'll have the sun moving out of Taurus, so happy birthday, into Gemini. We have the new moon in Taurus, and then it moves very quickly into Gemini, I think even on the same day. We have Uranus moving into your sign. Well, that's big. That's huge. And it'll be like a sneak preview to the coming 8 years. It'll move back into Aries for a short time. A little bit of completion is needed there yet. But we are getting a sneak preview of what kind of energy is going to be brought in over the next 8 years of our life. We have Mars moving next week. We have Mercury moving next week. So a lot of this weighing things out can be very beneficial to us this week. The Page of Cups. You are very connected to Spirit. This is wanting to go on the adventure, wanting to learn. So we could be looking at things that we want to study, things that we want to grow in wisdom on. We could be looking for the adventure, travel. Absolutely, with this card. Our spirituality is very, the veil is thin. So beautiful week for meditations, for prayers, for reflection. Now, we also have that wave in the background, and if we turn around and we give our focus to that wave, it'll probably topple us over. We'll lose our balance completely. So be careful about turning your mind to the negative this week of why you can't go forward. And it's more of the statements of I can't go forward because of this, and not looking past that, because we do have the Star card that gives us that intuition, that higher wisdom of how we can maneuver our way through if we look at the positive. If we look at the negative, or if we allow that negative to come in and overtake us, we could actually lose our balance and lose our footing completely on our path. So look towards the positive this week. Think about how can I move forward? Not I can't move forward because, but how can I move forward? Overriding energy is the moon. So yeah, it's definitely a reflection week for you. It's definitely one where it's asking you to really look at what needs completion in your life, what needs healing in your life. What are your truest goals, your dreams, your aspirations? Our underlying energy is the Five of Wands. So we could find ourselves in, yeah, heated arguments, battles, disagreements, uh, wanting to be the winner rather than, so be careful. We want to win the war, um, not necessarily the battle. So choose your battles wisely. Be careful of that disruption. Like I said with the Page of Cups, we can't turn to the negative. We can't allow ourselves to slip down that slippery slope. Slippery slope. And yet we still have to stand strong in our ideals of what we want, of where we want to go. Now, work and career, I'm going to pick 2 cards because Aries got 2 cards. 8 of Pentacles, hard work, and the 4 of Pentacles for our work and career. And they came out that way. So we are willing to work hard. We are raising the bar on our potential, of our dreams, of our goals, of our desires, but we refuse to let go of some things, don't we? We may want a lot of money, but we don't want to have to do the work in this way in order to obtain the money. We may want new positions within the community or the neighborhood, but we don't want to let go of what we already have in place in order to make that transition happen. With the 4 of Pentacles, we kind of hold on to things. We don't want to let go of maybe something that is commonplace in our life, mundane in our life, routine in our life. Even if it's harming us, a lot of times we don't want to let go because at least we know what to expect. But yet if we're raising the bar on ourselves, we have to let go. And if we let go and go with the flow, we turn around and we see that door of abundance. So do we dare to knock on the door? Do we dare to turn that doorknob? Do we dare to walk through? And these are questions that we need to ask ourselves this week, because we'll have the new energy next week and the full moon energy, especially a full week of the full moon energy. So we'll probably have the 3/4 square probably in this week. Well, yeah, we will in this week. So what are we willing to let go of? What are we willing to allow healing in for? What are we allowing endings into our life? Because we don't want to take that energy with us into the new moon energy. We don't want to take that forward, weighing us down. And this may be work and career. This could be your finances. This could be how you define yourself as a person. If I were to ask you, who are you? What do you do? Would you tell me work and career? Would you tell me about your community efforts? Would you tell me about your spirituality? Would you tell me about your family and friends? And what defines you as a person? And what are you holding on to? There's a fear of letting go because that is your true abundance in your mind, or that is something that kind of keeps you on the steady and balance. You don't want to rock the boat in your life. And where are you trying to raise the bar in your life? Now let's go to relationships. Aries got 2, so do you. We have the Knight of Pentacles and the shadow side. This is inner reflection again. This is, the Knight of Pentacles. We are riding towards our abundance, but this horse isn't moving. We are standing there. We are surveying the land. We're surveying the horizon. We're not sure exactly what path to take, what obstacles are going to be in our way. We are weighing things out. We want the truest of love and happiness and joy into our lives. We also want to extend that to others. But I think we have to look within here. There's a shadow side. Yeah, maybe where you give too much of yourself and you need to pull it back, or you don't give enough of yourself and you need to express that more in order to make relationships more in balance, more with a harmony, with a flow, with a sensuality, with a passion. And this could be any relationship. This could be, yes, a lover, a soulmate, but it could be a child, a parent, a sibling, a best friend, a close coworker, your inner circle, so to speak. Maybe a neighbor that you're close to. So you are probably trying to weigh, this is very much a weighing out of energies and bringing in the balance, or understanding where the balance is needed between you and each relationship, and what you truly want from that relationship, and what they truly want, and what you can give and what you need to pull back on. Spirituality, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, very connected this week to Spirit, you are. When you think, when you act with the compassion and truly wanting to bring the abundance not only into your life but into everyone's life, there is great growth and abundance that can be had. So I think this week, this card is really asking you to not only look at your own personal evaluation of what your life consists of and what you want in your life, but how it affects others and how you can grow other people's dreams as well as your own. How you can give of yourself so that you receive even more. For health and well-being, we have the Tower. Where do we need a balance in our life? Where do we need to rewrite the book completely on our health, our well-being, of how we care for ourselves? The Tower comes in and it's kind of like Pluto energy. And the great thing about Pluto energy, even though it really disrupts our lives sometimes and really changes our course of action, is that it was definitely needed to go in our lives. Maybe we refused to let it go. Maybe we were holding on to it for whatever reason. Maybe it's just a part of our life, so we don't think twice about it anymore. It's just on automatic pilot. And so the Tower comes in and tears down those walls. And we rebuild. Very much an intense week for you when it comes to your goals, your dreams, your desires of what you want going forward. I think a lot has to do with your wishes and your hopes and your dreams for travel or education. It could be your spirituality as well with the Page of Cups. Don't let the negativity pull you down. Okay, this is where you wanted to take a course and you find out that the class is full and you can't do it. Now you're just, you're throwing in the towel. You just get angry. You look at that wave, you let that wave overtake you. Instead of saying, okay, well then I'm going to try a different school, or I'll try next semester, or in 6 weeks when they run the course again. This is about rebuilding. This is about taking down certain parts of your life and rebuilding from the ground up. Maybe it's your eating habits or your sleeping patterns. Maybe it's the amount of exercise you get or do not get, and changing things. This card usually speaks to, if you're not willing to change it on your own, God, your angels, source, will come in and change it for you. And it's a lot easier to walk the path when we make the change before the change needs or has to happen in our lives. So this can also be, you get those little scares, right? You go to the doctor, you think it's nothing, and they go, well, it could be. We're going to run a bunch of tests, and then you sit there for 2 weeks terrified that this might be a part of your life going forward. And chances are it's not. But it wakes you up. It makes you think, reflect on what needs to change in your life so that you can make the positive changes long before you have to make changes. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.